my city. I fucking run in the other direction. It's like if you see a random person drop a bag and fucking run. You think I'm staying around there? There could be fucking anything in that bomb. Bag? Could be a bomb in that bag.
Anything in that bomb, yeah?
Yeah, it could be anything in that bomb. There could be a bag in that bomb. Who cares? Who knows? I'm not fucking staying around that shit. You know, I'm not gonna... As a male that's quite... Shut up, cunt. As a male person, as opposed to a male Apache helicopter, I have a sense of self-preservation, which is always quite nice to have. Martin is starting on second position right there. I developed a bit of a stutter trying to commentate. I'm going to go for the camera, the game camera. No, apparently you're not, because you're in second position, but you're not. Could be a bag of dildos, yeah, it could be a bag of dildos, but we are going to move over to Martin driving the car that failed its emissions test, going to slow right down. There has been a bit of contact, and another bit of contact, and a bit more contact, because apparently having some contact is overrated. So we're going to go for the car. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Or that. Or that. Martin, you absolute gay, you've put XQSX crazy on the side of your car. The crew racing.
I know, it's an old car.
Alright, let's go. Oh, never mind. Hang on, I'm just going to try and find... Alright, this is an amazing camera view right now. We're going to commentate from the roof camera. So, Martin is having a bit of a duel with Dragon Slayer. I can't do that. Alright, this is the best camera. Oh, helicopter. Yes, this is what we have. I'm trying to commentate, but this is not work. Oh, yes, here we go. Oh, that one. Or this one. These cameras. What the fuck are these cameras? Alright, so I can't do anything with my right stick because it doesn't move the camera.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when you're in that kind of camera view, you don't do it. Oh, bollocks.
I was going to commentate this one, but I've just decided that I was going to pick my nose and eat it instead. I didn't actually do that. Right, so, anyway, oh, my phone's just gone off. So, oh, I've got the hiccups now. I'm going to commentate with the hiccups, this is going to be fun. So, we're coming up to a left-hand corner right now. Martin is going in very, very wide right there. This is a four-wheel drive Golf, which is, of course, basically a Range Rover, and has the handling of one. Martin's getting pulled on in the straights, and you can see this happening, but he can brake much, much later. You can see Martin going over the grass there, thinking that he's a WRC car. That's the Polo, not the Golf, Martin. The O2 Camaro going extremely wide there, but I can't see if he gone off the track, because shut up, Martin, you fat fuck. Anyways, Martin coming up to Dragon Slayer, what? Dave, according to the press releases and the people that were on the plane, they were talking about how he was screaming Arabic. Like he was talking to his friend. And he was shouting stuff in his own language and then putting his hands up and all that. That's why I said it. Anyways, Martin is going to be outbroke, whatever the fucking word is, by the Ferrari. But the Ferrari's going to turn in and take out a Lamborghini Countach. That word makes me laugh because it has the word cunt in it. So Martin coming onto the high-speed section of the track right now. And he's going for a really long and shallow right-hand corner. That is, in fact, my favourite type of corner. Now we're going to go and change things up with a really long and shallow left-hand corner because that always works as well. And another really long and shallow left-hand corner. Again, my favourite type of corner, because it's long and shallow, a bit like my mind. Anyways, gonna come for a right-hand corner, slow right down. These corners, in themselves, really fucking irritating. Gonna go for the left-hand corner right now. I'm actually gonna start selling things right now. I don't have a Patreon, but if you want to buy a badge that says "Fuck Off Martin," please go to the link in my Twitch bio that doesn't actually exist right now. So Takahiro Ueno has just overtaken Martin, and the Countach trying to force Martin off there, and outbraking himself, apparently. So, the Golf is going to carry on pulling its way down the straight. Except we're going downhill now, so the Golf will be able to hit 30 miles per hour. I've got stiff nipples right now, and we're going to come really far into the left-hand corner. This corner is very tricky to get down. Is Martin going to do it? No, of course, he's going to get a bit of braking oversteer. Then a bit more oversteer, apparently, because Martin can't drive a four-wheel drive car. I've still got stiff nipples, apparently. My nipple is actually really irritated right now. Coming onto the straight, Martin's going to be full throttle right now. I'm going to go over to the telemetry and see if I am correct. There we go, full throttle. And now, this is the fun part. Approaching 140 miles per hour, he's going to get... Well, no, he got to 139 before braking because he's a little bitch and didn't want to brake too early. Now, really going to ride the curbs and hit the curb on the outside? No, he didn't hit the curb on the outside. Should have brought it over to the left a little bit more there, Martin, because that happens and you end up going shallow into that corner. Now, coming down here, he's going to hit 110 miles per hour? No, of course he's not, because it's Martin, he's a little bitch. This corner itself is really confusing with the downhill and the weight shift from the accelerating over to here right now. Martin not fully utilising the clutch either, not really doing anything at this point in time. He's just using a shitty turbo Golf with 4-wheel drive. Now, AR12 does indeed have a Golf, or at least he did last time I gave a shit about his channel. Can he crash the cunt, please? Shitty little Justin Bieber wannabe. Coming around the left-hand shallow corner, Martin getting a little bit sideways right now. Only a little bit, because Martin can't drift for shit. There we go, going left-hand again. Martin really flying now. He finally managed to hit 120 miles per hour. He's going into the right-hand corner. Can he carry on? Look at the steering input right there. Barely anything. Barely anything, because Martin doesn't like putting any effort in whatsoever. So Martin is currently in what position?
Second.
Martin's currently in second, which is not first, because Martin's too fucking fat to get off his arse and try and get to first, because Martin's shit. Now, going into the right-hand shallow corner, and there's... Oh my god, it's another right-hand shallow corner. Yes, favourite corner of the track. New JML right-hand short corners coming into the left-hand shallow corner. Is this going to work? Yes, it is. Martin going extremely wide right there, going into the left-hand corner. He's going into Gambon, but he's not top gear, so he's not going into Gambon. He's going into another right-hand shallow corner. Taking a really deep breath there, because it's all going to get expanded, because, yeah, that's a corner. Yeah, that's another corner. That's a curb. Now he's at the start-finish line. And that's a car on the start-finish line. And that's across the line, and I don't know what lap this is. And that's the end of the race, and Martin came second, and now this is another corner that the driver can't get around at all. And I'm just going to leave that awkward silence in there, because that was a really shit commentary job right there from me. I should be commentating over COD Champs, but I'm not, because I'm actually a 19-year-old kid living at home with his parents and streaming Xbox for 7 people that think I'm an arsehole. Do you know how fucking hard that is? That is nearly as hard as me first thing in the morning.
Wow.
Oh, that hurts my head. I'm currently wearing a snapback, which is why I can do this shit. It's the power of the snapback.
Is it?
No, it's not. I'm really dying for a drink right now, and you don't understand how much that is happening. I should go downstairs and get a drink, but I'm streaming currently. And I don't want to stop streaming, because I apparently have got some pretty sick people in my stream right now. Shout out to 481, and that's it, because everyone else is nonce. So, we are in the lobby right now with HLG RX-7 Man, we've got Taka Kinder Bueno, Tire Slayer 95 with a load of 3s in it that Cortana gets confused about, and she's probably going to pop up in a second and ask me what I'm talking about, because she's fucking stupid. We are also in here with, let's have a look at these gamer tags. We've got Eggman, I can't see the numbers on that because the stream is taking... Ah, for fuck's sake. I'm going to vote for the wet track because this will be fucking hilarious. You're welcome.
No,
Dave.
it won't.
Yes, it will.
It fucking won't.
Oh, and there we go. Nonce Works is now in the chat. I'm going to go downstairs and get a drink. I will be right back.
Wow, thanks. Wow, this chat, it seems so lively in the stream. Wow. Like,
is anyone actually watching the stream on
Yeah, there are people watching it. LOL!
How many viewers?
Nightbot. No vote for Moist Track. No, instead we get fucking Bernese Alps. Great.
Oh,
I hate this track.
it's not even any
And I
better.
suck at this track. And I would rather
Everyone
have had
sucks
the
at this
raining
track.
track. I'm not gonna lie. What car to use? .481's in the lobby. Oh, that's you, Mr. SBR. Why are you SBR 418 on Xbox, but on Twitch you're 418 underscore? Like, what the fuck?
Alright then, everybody, I am back and indeed having a drink. I'm probably not going to drink it just yet. We are on Bernie's Alps and I'm spectating. Fucking hell, them stairs have killed me.
Bernie's Alps. You're going to see me hit a lot of walls on this one.
Okay. I will commentate in a second. I've just got to get my breath back because I'm actually fat and spend all of my time on Xbox. Of course, because that's always happening. Bear with me a second because I need to whip out my drink.
And if you want, there's other
Oh,
people
fuck, it
joining the
went all
game
over me
now. Go,
face.
what, you can go and spectate one of them and be like what they're doing.
Oh,
You
this is
know, like
Coke.
418,
Or Pepsi.
481s
Hey,
in
it's
the
Call
lobby
Me
as well now,
Stars. How's
mate.
it going, dude?
Oh, yeah,
That's
I'm gonna hit
Pepsi.
a lot of walls this race. There's my pre-race word.
Hey, it's
I'm
Metro.
going to hit a lot of walls.
Okay, right then. So, my stream's getting bigger than I expected it to. This is awkward because now everyone's expecting me to be racing and I'm
what
just
the
going to be
fuck
sitting and
happened to the
commentating.
launch?
Right, so... Martin and Dragonslayer are going to be having a good battle again. Dragonslayer, of course, messaging me earlier asking if it was okay for him to join a public lobby. That's not my lobby. Martin coming around the left-hand corner, looking very, very stable right now. He is in a Porsche 911 Turbo 1983. I helped him build it, and it is in C-Class, of course. Not on race tyres, though. You'll see that in a few moments when he understeers into a tree. There we go, getting a little bit of the back end out there. Of course, rear-engine turbo car. You get the turbo lag, and you get the weight over the back end of the car. Really doesn't help you in the corners. So, Martin really struggling to keep that back end in check. You can see it sliding out towards the wall there. Of course, Martin not wanting to fall off a cliff, so he's really struggling to keep it there. You can see the snow on the side of the track here. Bernese Alps is indeed a very, very, very cold place. It's nearly as cold
How
as
the
my
fuck did we
arsehole.
make the back end so twitchy on this thing?
There you go. Martin coming around the left-hand corner there. He's coming up to the right-hand corner. Which version of the track is this? Because I don't actually know. And he's going to go through the tunnel. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear the car going through the tunnel. Of course, though, this is Forza, so it doesn't get any louder. And... well, that was fucking dreadful. So here you go, driving. He's going to go really slowly into the left-hand corner here. It's another really long and shallow left-hand corner. Of course, my favourite version of these corners. Now, he's going left again, another left, long and shallow. Favourite corner right there. These corners give me the warm fuzzies, and it's another really long right-hand corner. If Martin kisses that wall on the outside, he's, of course, going to spin around more times than Paul Walker in a Porsche Carrera GT. Now I'm going to lose all my viewers. Coming up the hill right now, he's going to be going over the hill. Not getting any air because, of course, it's a Porsche and it can't go fast enough to get air. So these are the really high-speed corners, and Martin will be noticing right now the front end of the car will be getting light because, of course, you are turning and accelerating at the same time. I have indeed lost viewers from that Paul Walker remark. I don't care. Coming around the final corner right now, he's going to be coming onto the fucking home straight right now. Can he finish this race in first position? Who knows? I don't know how many laps there are. I'm going to go for a 2 or a 3 lap race, and I'm probably wrong. There we go, 3-lap race. Not that I do ABC class racing a lot. Now, coming into the final corner there, Martin braking a little bit too heavily there. You can see the car slid out just a tiny bit. Martin usually driving BTCC spec cars. Take a sip of water, mate. Mate, I've already had a drink. There we go. Taka Kinder Bueno passing Martin in the Mustang right there. High boost. I can see you there. Martin coming out, bringing the car really extremely wide right now. It's going to be the high-speed corners right now. Coming into the long and shallow left-hand corner, that corner has made me erect. Now, Martin is not going to be kissing the wall there, although it was very, very close. In fact, closer than I've got to pulling any females in the past 6 years. Next up, Martin's going to be banging off the rev limiter because this car has incredibly short gears, because it didn't launch with anything longer than that. Now, left-hand corner again, of course, left-handers. That's a bit. Martin's just been passed by 481 sliding in front of Martin. Hi there, 481, how's it going, dude? And we saw that slide in your R34 GT shite. Now, Martin going through the tunnel there, just thought I'd be quiet so you can hear the sound of that flat 6 going through the corner. We've got Eggman right now in a Jaguar D-Type, it looks like, who can't actually figure out what the left trigger does. There we go, again, no, it's a Mercedes 300 SL right there. Eggman is not really quite too sure on what he wants to do here. Martin is, of course, in a slow car. And Martin's now in a wall, actually. He's not in a slow car, he's in a wall. Now, Martin trying to accelerate up the hill slowly. Probably going to end up rolling back down it because these Porsches are slow as fuck compared to everything else. Can he get air? No, of course he can't because this is Porsche and he'd probably end up wheeling it before he gets any air. Coming around that really shallow right-hander and a really shallow left-hander. Camber of the road changing there, probably throws off most cars, but he doesn't throw off Martin because Martin's a fat cunt and the car can't be thrown off with Martin in it because he bounces over bumps and soaks them up. Now coming around the left-hander, coming into the final straight, this is going to be going to lap 3 of 3 right now. Is Martin going to be able to keep his position? Probably not, if anything like that happens. across the finish line. I don't know what lap time Martin's been doing. I'll check what the best lap was of this race. Probably not, because I'm not that interested. You can see that Martin is running a middle of the road line right there, bringing it really far out in